back in open session. Is there anybody who'd like to make a motion?
Yes, I move to approve the agreement with Chief Kelemen and authorize Chairman Johnson to sign the final agreement.
Your second.
Second.
We have a motion by Wolfert, seconded by LaFawn. At this point in time, our attorney will go over the details of the agreement before we vote on it.
Let me try to summarize it as best I can. As I understand it, based upon the opinions and recommendation of Chief Kelemen's doctors, Chief Kelemen will retire as Chief of Police for the town of Campbell tomorrow, November 14th. As I also understand it, Chief Kelemen will apply, and this is a procedure under the Wisconsin statutes, for disability to the Wisconsin Trust Fund, or Employee Trust Fund of the state of Wisconsin. A couple things about that. One, that is based upon, will be based upon, as I understand it, in talking with the people in the Employee Trust Fund, medical evidence. We don't, the town of Campbell doesn't make that decision. That's the Employee Trust Fund of the state of Wisconsin. It has no financial implication to the town of Campbell. We pay a set rate for, into that trust fund, and it will not change because of Chief Kelemen's application, if it was granted by the Employee Trust Fund, and they granted based on medical evidence. The town is asked, town has agreed, again, it's based on medical evidence, but that we would not oppose the application, and we would certify that based on medical information that's available, that he appears to be eligible for that. But again, in the end, it's the Employee Trust Fund who makes that decision. There's no financial implication for the town of Campbell. Chief has also filed a workers' compensation claim. By the way, just as an aside, you can't collect both. You get one or the other, or you can do an offset. The town is not going to take a position on that. Its insurance company really handles it, can take whatever position it wants, deny or whatever they decide. It's up to the insurance, our insurance carrier. Chief has unused compensatory and personal business hours calculated 95 hours. The town of Campbell will pay that in a lump sum on or before November 20th. He has sick leave hours calculated to be 240 hours. Town will pay that by November 20th, 2014. He has some unused vacation. We'll pay that up to the time of when he went on administrative leave. It was cut off at that time. We'll pay that by November 20th, 2014. We will return any personal information he has in his computers. I'm not sure what the status of that is with Monroe County and different things, but any information that we have of a personal nature be returned to him. His health insurance plan with the town has already been paid through December 31st, 2014. That will cease at that point in time. And Chief Kelemen will agree to release the town of Campbell from any all claims, liability for anything other than this, which again, the workers' compensation claim that he's filed, this disability claim he's filed with the state, and there's a state statute that if there's any liability under this federal lawsuit that's begun where he's found to be working within the scope of his employment, that the insurance company or the town pays. And he's paid through tomorrow, and that is it. And that will conclude, bring this to an end. There'll be nothing further, and that will all be effective tomorrow if the board approves. And I can't think of anything else other than that. We'll bring that to, there's no loose ends here. That the whole disability claim is something he pursues and outside of the town, and the matter is effectively brought to an end. Any questions?
Do you have any comments or discussion? Otherwise, I'll call the motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. That pretty much concludes our business. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Wolfert, seconded by Post. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Paying
Tell us on
vacation
what
days.
grounds the disability thing was on. what
I'd rather refer that to.
See, this way they
Bomber.
they
That's really the.
can't
them,
say
how much they
anything.
wanna disclose.
The town will pay him for his unused sick times, vacation time, et cetera. What is the total amount he'll be paid for those hours?
That's a good
I
question.
have the total, I've got it here, but I had 3 minutes. How many did, Jed, do you remember? the-
335, I think it was,
How many
335,
hours?
with vacation and maybe accrued.
Practically 335 hours.
Okay, any idea what that amounts to financially for the town?
That's 3 or 4 months pay.
Okay. I mean, is the town pleased with this resolution?
No, there's nobody's pleased with it. I mean, it's not a good day for the town, it's not a good day for Tim Kelemen. I mean, it's not the way you'd want to end a employment relationship.
Now, of course, there's a vacancy in the chief's position. How will
Right.
the town proceed?
I have to ask those fellows over there, I don't know what the procedure will be at this point in time.
Okay.
So technically he's retiring for medical reasons?
That's my understanding, and that's the, and again, I want to talk with Mr. Birnbaum, the chief on that, but that's my understanding.
Was this a recent development, or has it been happening over?
I think it's fairly recent, right, that as far as we were aware of those circumstances.
Anything else you can add before Mike?
No, I think as far as anything, the disability part of it, or some of the nature of your questions, I think that's better questions for Mr. Birnbaum or for Chief Kelemen.
Thanks, Beth.
All right,
Taking time.
thank you.
Jim, who-
Thank you all for being here. Upon the recommendation of Chief Kelemen's treating physicians and counselors, and based upon the agreement reached with the town of Campbell, Chief Kelemen is retiring as chief from the town of Campbell effective Friday, November 14th, 2014. The condition Chief Kelemen suffers from first exhibited itself on or about December 16th, 2013, after the extreme harassment, including death threats from the Tea Party leveled against
lies.
Chief Kelemen's officers
That's a lie.
and the
Yeah.
town of Campbell. His condition causing his retirement is directly related to the outrageous and
Lies.
indefensible conduct of the Tea Party and its followers. They not only caused this condition, they have since publicly ridiculed Chief Kelemen for the treatment he has sought, including at this moment. It is a sad and frightening day in America when a small group of radicals can strike and attack a small local community and its law enforcement employees for enforcing the law and public safety in an illegal, threatening, and disruptive manner. We are reviewing and considering Chief Kelemen's legal alternatives against those who are responsible for the harm they have caused Chief Kelemen
Oh, we're
and
scared.
his family.
We're scared.
The right of free speech is not a license to intimidate, bully,
That's your job. You do it all the time.
without serious legal consequences. Chief Kelemen wishes to thank the good people of the town of Campbell for the support and understanding they have extended to him over his more than 13 years of service. Chief Kelemen has applied for a duty-related disability under Wisconsin Statute 40.65,
What a cop out.
an application strongly supported by all of his treating physicians and counselors. The town of Campbell is joining in and supporting this application. This decision is not based upon Chief Kelemen's actions addressed in the criminal court, as that court has clearly already ruled there is nothing about that matter that would preclude Chief Kelemen from continuing as chief and in law enforcement generally, including taking enforcement action against Mr. Luce and his named and identified co-conspirators in the Tea Party. Likewise, his decision to retire
Wow.
is
What a
not the
sack of shit
result
this guy
of any
is.
lack of will or any concession of any civil wrongdoing on the chief's part. Chief Kelemen is resolved to vigorously challenge and defend all pending litigation and
Good luck.
aggressively pursue future claims to redress his grievances. That's all I have to say.
Jim, can you be any more specific about his condition?
I'm not going to disclose or publicly the nature of his decision or the condition for the very simple reason is that these are matters that are confidential. They're not matters of public record. People are not entitled by any free speech right for access to private information. So the answer would be is the information giving rise to the claim is substantial. And you had asked the question of Mr. Smith about whether this was of a recent vintage. The answer is no. The first indications of a condition which would qualify as a disability occurred December 16, 2013. And if you remember,
He signed him up for
that was at
gaybeardating.com
a
around that time.
when the individuals responsible for this were engaging in disruptive behaviors at a time when he was seeking help and counsel from a number of other law enforcement entities in the faces of death threats to his officers.
Lies.
And in fact, it was at that time when all of this started to exhibit. Chief Kelemen, prior to that time, had no history whatsoever of any issues related to those kinds of conditions. And so we're very confident that he stands a great chance of obtaining what he has earned as a result of being a law enforcement officer in the state of Wisconsin.
Does he want to return to law enforcement at any time in the future?
I don't know whether or not he's going to be able to do that because these are questions which lawyers can't answer. These are all issues that doctors answer. And I will tell you that the evidence supporting this claim is substantial. I've been doing this for 40 years.
He likes to use big
I don't
words, so it
know
means
if I have
something.
a case in which there's been a more well-documented medically case justifying a duty-related disability.
Is it a mental health condition? Can you be that specific?
It's mental health related.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All things considered, how is Chief feeling?
Cop-out related.
Reach with the town, given that everything else.
Well, yeah, you know, I think, first of all, with regard to the chief's attitude, he has great loyalty, great respect for the town of Campbell. He served this community for 13 years in various aspects of law enforcement. And he is pleased that we can resolve these issues in the fashion that we have. And in the statement, I
6 months
indicated that he
vacation, shit,
extends his
retirement.
gratitude to the good citizens of the town of Campbell, and regrets not being able to continue in that capacity, but it's one of those where he doesn't really have any choice given his condition.
Yeah.
No, that's all.
Thank you for taking the time.
You're welcome.
These board members should be ashamed of paying him sick leave after giving him 5 months paid vacation. That's embarrassing, the responsibility to the taxpayers.
Yes, I'm about as ashamed of myself as you are yourself.
You should be.
Hey,
Taxpayers are.
what kind of
taking
dirt
the
did he have on you,
shorts.
Johnson?
Well, no, I'm just telling you my opinion. Taxpayers are taking it in the shorts.
You're a real piece of shit, you know that? How do you live with yourself? I guess if I paid you enough money, you'd do the same thing for me, right?
Sir, I sleep well every night, and I follow the law,
Oh,
and I
really?
honor
Okay.
the Constitution of the United
Yeah,
States.
right.
And if
No,
you
you
were
don't.
a gentleman, you
No,
would read the
I
law.
don't treat you like a gentleman because you're a sack of
But you're
shit,
just
really.
lying.
Yeah, yeah.
I read all those
When,
emails
when
that you
people,
said were
when
threatening.
people,
They're not
when
threatening.
people talk shit about me, and it's come from somebody like you, I don't have any respect for you.
Okay, well, that's up to you. You can have
I
your own
mean-
opinion, but if you think what you're telling me is going to make
what
you
you're
feel
saying
bad
there
or
is,
anything, it
it's-
doesn't.
no, I'm
Because
just
I
letting you
don't
know.
respect you, and I.
Well, I don't
So
respect
that's
you.
it.
You're
Yeah.
like you're worse than the shit that grows on the bottom of a toilet.
Well, that's, thank you for your opinion.
I mean, he
You know,
did
and
good
if you-
here.
And if you need some addresses of these people that you're gonna pursue, I'll give you mine.
So, Mr. Lewis, as I told you last
Yeah,
night,
we're waiting for that lawsuit.
You want my address? You were looking for an address, I'll give you mine. Gladly, because you said you know who these guys
Well,
are.
we're gonna expose the lies you told about the emails and the phone banks being down.
That's coming around,
That's
Dad.
all lies.
whatever you're gonna do, you do.
I'm gonna.
The
I mean, you did a good
gonna be
job
another-
lawyering, and the town has a piss poor lawyer, so.
Yeah, that's obvious. What a cop out.
One thing you got here as far as that ordinance goes is a ticket that has no means of enforcement.
Sure. No, no.
None of them tickets to be I'll take it.
What resolution were you?
Where are you with?
Oh, he's with Birnbaum.
He's with me.
Oh, okay.
We're exercising our First Amendment right now.
Okay, well, I'm exercising mine. Fuck off.
Okay, just saying.
What
All
resolution?
right, now we'll go talk later. Yeah.
No, that's professionalism there.
Yeah.
No, right there. You're not. Work on it. You got a few years.
And he
No, he's a,
Just,
you
I'm
later,
serious,
guys.
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
look at this shit-eating grin Scott Johnson's got on his
Didn't
face.
work very good, did it, Scott? Nice try.
Good job, Scott. You cost the taxpayers like $100,000 probably. When you should have fired him 5 months ago.
It's embarrassing doing this.
Yeah.
It was in the best interest of Campbell to pay him for 5 months and to sit at home and surf porn sites.
It didn't end soon. Six,
Matter of everybody's individual opinion.
well, 6 months, 6 months, you know.
And then pay him for vacation and sick days?
You guys, I would suggest,
Wouldn't these be sick days?
You
that
really
he's been
think
out all
that we
summer?
caused him to go crazy? Come
I'm
on.
not gonna comment on anything.
Well, that's what you agreed to.
All I would say
That's what
is,
you
if
agreed
don't
to.
like the process, is absolutely lobby in Madison as strong as you do here.
The process, what process?
What the hell has Madison
I
got to
read
do
the
with what
state
we're
statute.
talking about
It's real
here?
simple. You could have done it 5 months ago, seated a committee, gone back and forth. It would have taken 3 weeks to fire him.
Absolutely.
If you think that's the law, then
You're the
But
one
you're-
that needs to, you need to put some more time.
Nobody in this
We need a
group
better
made any
town
threats
attorney,
against
for one
this
thing.
cop
We need a
or
better
anything.
town
That's
attorney
all
because
lies.
he let this guy bully him.
Yeah.
Now, I would disagree, but I guess that's my opinion versus you guys, so.
But I mean, wouldn't the 5 months he sat at home this summer count as his sick?
Yeah, you'd think,
If he's so sick that he's gonna get disability?
That's all predefined.
Predefined.
Predefined. That means you guys had no input. It's like a bunch of
Man.
puppets on a string.
Weakling.
yeah.
It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. The whole process. Work for these guys that put.
This is corruption. There we go.
Mexican standoff with cameras.
How come he was allowed to keep his camera going in the room when it was closed session?
It wasn't,
Oh yeah, I saw your cameras were sitting right there on the wall.
it was pointing against the wall.
Oh really? But the sound wasn't on.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't recording though.
Oh really? But you, yeah, we know that. You can prove that, huh? You'll let us see your footage?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Bunch of lies.
I'm gonna want it.
They can record the open meeting, but we can't be in there.
Gonna say just because the
Yeah.
camera's pointing in a certain direction. that it's not
That's
recorded.
that's fair.
Looks like we're kind of aloof.
Sound Frame Studio.